What's going on, guys? Today I wanted to talk to you about growing volunteer plants. Actually, not growing them, but just allowing them to grow. What you're looking at here is the corn that I did plant, but there was some pumpkins. I think I let a pumpkin just compost there, and there's some seeds left over in there, so they sprouted, started vining. And I allow stuff to grow up for two reasons. For one, you can get a harvest out of them, and all those leaves that are still there, that's biomass for mulch. And so I planted the corn, but I didn't plant the pumpkins. But I just noticed I got one, two, three, at least three big pumpkins out of it. And I can use those pumpkins for myself, or I can feed them to my chickens. I'll cut them in half and they'll eat all the seeds, and they eat all the flesh out of there, and the rest will just be mulch for my chicken run. So this is one area of my yard, and this is just my corner where I have all the pond rocks ready to go into the pond. But there's other areas I had pumpkins and other things grow up, and I'll just show you that. This is another pumpkin vine that popped up, and it's over in the area where I have my bamboo planted. And I didn't even remember there's any seeds. I don't know how they got there. But I had about 3 plants come up, and I do have some more pumpkins growing in here. I saw some. Yeah, there's one in there. But it's also shading my bamboo, keeping the soil moist so that I don't have to water it as much. It's providing shade while it's still a baby. But I'll get some more pumpkins out of this. And I noticed over here I had a bunch of tomatoes pop up. I didn't plant those. Look at all those tomato plants that popped up. So I must have had a couple tomatoes I threw out here when actually I think I had the chickens out here too. They were eating bell peppers and tomatoes. But seeds resprouted. I let them grow up. Harvest tomatoes. Chop the plants down for mulch. It's a win-win. There's a couple areas in my yard I'll show you. This is my little Hawaiian section. It's right next to my outdoor kitchen, and so everything that I cut up, all the scraps, I'll just throw over here to compost. And so now I see a bunch of jalapeno pepper plants that popped up, a tomato plant. It looks like there's a cucumber vine in there, and a couple other things. I don't even know what they are, but I do know there's jalapenos and peppers and cucumbers growing in here. I didn't plant them, I just threw them out as mulch, as compost, kitchen scraps. They'll reseed and you can harvest that, and then it'll be more mulch for this area. Again, another spot I'll show you. This is the newly planted bed with my all-in-one almond and the pear tree and the goji berry with some herbs. But another volunteer pumpkin popped up, and that's going to provide mulch and keep the ground cool, because we're getting into the days right now here at the end of May, going into June. Temperatures are going to be 100 degrees every day consistently all the way through until October. We'll have a few cooler days in the 90s, but that's rare. But I see a pumpkin down in there, so you get more pumpkins. So the chickens are going to have lots of food, plus the sunflowers I'm growing. That's their snacks. That's just what I wanted to share with you today. If you have the space, if you want permaculture style, wherever you're planting stuff, and you want your kitchen scraps you just throw out, the seeds pop up, let them grow. They'll provide many benefits, keeping the ground cooler and moist, You can add mulch when they die off, and you can harvest the fruits. So there's a good idea in permaculture style. Have a good day.